So, today we're going to learn about Joshua and the Battle of Jericho. God helped Joshua defeat Jericho in a really strange way. Does anybody know what that is? He helped him destroy the city with horns and noisemakers. So that's what we're going to make today. They make a pretty cool sound. So that's what they sound like. So listen to the story first, and then I'll show you how to make it. Joshua was now the leader of the Israelites. God wanted Joshua to build a great army and to go to the city of Jericho to take back the city for the Israelites. Joshua sent 2 spies before his army to check out the city and prepare for their arrival. The men that Joshua sent made friends with a woman named Rahab. The king of Jericho found out there were spies in the city, and he sent soldiers to go and find them. But Rahab hid the 2 spies in her house. When it was safe, she let them out her window and joined the rest of the army. The 2 men promised that if she left the red ribbon hanging from her window, they would leave her family alone and not hurt them when they destroyed the city. Jericho had thick walls that would be hard to attack, but God had a plan. It was a very strange plan. God's people had to march around the city once a day for 6 days, and 7 times on the 7th day. Then they were to blow the trumpets and shout, and the city walls would fall down. Joshua and his army did just as God had commanded. Perhaps the people in Jericho laughed at them. But after the 7th march on the 7th day, the priest blew the ram's horn, and just as God had promised, the walls of Jericho crumbled. Only Rahab's house was safe. She had left the red ribbon hanging from the window. Quickly Joshua's men rescued her and her family. Then Jericho was destroyed, just as God had commanded. Joshua dedicated Jericho's riches to God's service. Then he placed a curse upon anyone who would rebuild the city. Soon everybody had heard how Joshua defeated Jericho. They knew that God was with his people. So that's how Joshua destroyed the city. What does this story teach us? It teaches us that God has a plan, and even if we don't like his plan or think his plan makes very much sense, it's always going to work out for us. Sometimes we just have to be patient. Just like the people had to march around the city for 7 days before they brought it down. So it's really important to be patient and trust that God knows what he is doing. And eventually it'll all work out for us. So to make your horn or your noisemaker, you're going to take your straw and you're going to flatten out one end. You're also going to bend it back and forth like this. You want at least part of it to be really flat. So just get it as flat as you can. And then once you've got it pretty flat, you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut the corners off both sides of your straw so it comes to a little bit of a point like this. Then, before you do any more, I want you to test out your noisemaker. So you're going to have to put it in your mouth and you're going to have to bite down a little bit just past where you cut. And when you blow, it should make a noise like that. Isn't that cool? So once you've made your noisemaker, you can play with it a little bit. The longer of a straw you have, the lower the sound will be, like this. The shorter of a straw you have, the higher your sound's going to be. So you can cut your straw to any length you want to kind of make the noise. Once you have your straw cut the way you want, you're going to take your piece of paper. You're going to put it in the corner of your straw. And you're going to wrap it around. Just keep wrapping until you've wrapped your piece of paper all the way around. And then you take your tape and you seal it up. You want to make sure you get the very edge of the paper. You might want to tape a few times around your horn, just to make sure it's nice and secure. And then you're going to make your noisemaker a little bit prettier. I'm going to cut off the edge so it's nice and even. And then, one other thing you can do is you can make little slits all the way around the edge of your noisemaker. And then once you cut them all, you can kind of bend them out. Just a little bit of decoration on the end. And then you can use markers or crayons and decorate all down the tube of your noisemaker. Make sure the cut end of your noisemaker is sticking out. But it's all put together, and now you can make noise with your trumpet. So that's all I have for you today. So you can use this trumpet to remember the story and remember that God always has a plan for you. I'll see you on Sunday. Bye!